Hello, and welcome back for another episode of Patriotic Housewife. Today, I want to go over the clip that Megyn Kelly released where she shows that her team was backstage with Tucker Carlson. She was having a conversation. Charlie walked up and interrupted it and said, "Excuse me," so that he could tell Tucker Carlson to go Max, to take it all the way. When Tucker was saying, "Hey, I don't need to talk about certain topics that I know that you're going to get crap from your donors. I'll take it easy." And he looked at him and said, "Go Max, take it all the way." Now, Candace Owens had shared this information. Tucker Carlson shared this in an interview. And a lot of people didn't like hearing that. So Megyn Kelly came out and actually showed the footage that someone from her team happened to be filming at the time and happened to catch this. So let's go ahead and look at that.
Got criticized by the pro-Israel crowd for his remarks at the Turning Point event. Charlie also had threats from donors thereafter saying, if you don't get rid of Tucker Carlson, we're done. And he had received some threats about that even before Tucker's appearance. And he said, well, I'm bringing him anyway. And that's all been documented. This is kind of water under the bridge, but I'm showing it to you for a different purpose. Tucker on that broadcast said the following about his backstage conversations with Charlie before he went out there.
Before that speech that I gave in July, we had a conversation about this backstage right before I went on. And I was fulminating and getting all red in the face like I often do to my shame. And I was mad thinking about this and thinking about the effort by the neocons in the United States to draw us in to another forever war with Iran. It's not a defense of Iran, of course. It's merely an acknowledgement that we've done this before. This happened in Iraq, which we entered into at the behest of those same foreign policy strategists, and it didn't work. And so I was going on at some length backstage with Charlie, and I said, probably not going to talk about that. I'm not going to torture you. I know your donors hate this when I say that. And also Epstein was in the news, and it was clear to me that, Epstein's probably not like a Mossad agent or something, but Epstein clearly had contact with Israeli intelligence and American intelligence and French intelligence, but the only one you're not allowed to talk about is Israeli intelligence. But it seemed true to me, and I had done some work on that. I knew a bunch of people pretty close to that story. So I thought that. And I said that to Charlie, and I said, but I'm not going to say that because I don't want to make your donors mad. I know it's just going to be like an endless flurry of text telling you to stop or you're going to lose a bunch of funding. And he looked at me, I'll never forget it, and said, go all the way, do it, go all the way. I said, man, a lot of things I can talk about. I don't need to talk about that. And he said, do it. So I did it.
I was recently going through some old pictures to find one of me and Charlie that I knew we took at that event. And not only did I find pictures of me and Charlie, but I found a video of me, Tucker, and Charlie speaking backstage right before Tucker went out. Tucker and I were talking. Charlie came over and interrupted for just a second. He says to Tucker, go Max. He interrupts the conversation because he has to say to Tucker something. And what was so important to him to tell Tucker was, go Max. Here it is.
Go Max.
It's quick. It just happens to be on tape. And it backs up what Tucker said. Tucker got criticized.
So now all the people, again, that are calling Candace Owens, a liar, doesn't have receipts. Tucker had already come out about this, like I said, in an interview and spoke of this instance. So why would she be lying? It's coming out of Tucker's mouth. But now we have Megyn Kelly, who has another video. It is quick, but it's just more proof to the fact that this actually did happen. And why would Charlie be saying, screw my donors, go Max? And you want to know what it is too? He wanted them to say the stuff that he couldn't. He could not say these things. He knew that. So he wanted to platform people who would, because I believe as he kept digging and asking questions and he was finding those answers, he knew that he couldn't say anything. And the only way to get that information out there without totally backpedaling, putting himself in danger even more if it would have came out of his mouth, was to platform Tucker Carlson and bring back Candace at some point. And that was in the works from what we hear. So anybody who's saying Candace Owens is delusional, she hasn't brought receipts, people are making stuff up about Charlie Kirk and death, it's not true. The people that are lying about Charlie and what Charlie was really feeling and what he was thinking prior to him passing are his friends, are the people that were closest to him. Nobody is telling the truth. Why? You have to ask yourself why. I don't know. I think we all know that nothing adds up here. I think we have a really good inkling of what all really went on September 10th. Maybe not who did it, but we sure know that the story that the FBI has given us is very unlikely to be it. And I think Megyn Kelly is treading very lightly and carefully with trying to take a stance without taking a stance, if that makes sense, because she just watched her friend get murdered on social media, TV, however you're watching it. And that was quite the message of, if you open your mouth, this is what happens. So I can understand her not wanting to come out and flat out say how she thinks or feels, because she has a family to worry about. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. As always, I ask that if you enjoyed the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. It's free. It helps me. It helps the channel grow. And I appreciate all of your support. And I will see you guys all in the next one.